Welcome back to episode 5 of the No Business Talking Football podcast. It's Monday night. We got a little football on right now. Browns Steelers is pretty close right now. It's a 4-point game with 3:25 left. And Kenny Pickett's got the ball in his hands. Two gloves Kenny. But I want to talk about something here real quick. Jordan Love's fourth quarter performance. The Green Bay Packers put up only 11 yards, allowed 14 consecutive points to be scored, and lost the football game. And I made a shit ton off of it. So thank you, Jordan Love, for paying my rent. That is much appreciated. Packer fans, how'd you feel about that football game?
I feel confident in my quarterback, who's tied for the most touchdowns out of all quarterbacks in the league. But
you got the best passer rating too.
Yeah, but keep talking that rah boy.
You know that's funny because whenever us Vikings fans would say that about Kirk Cousins, you'd be like, "Oh, it doesn't matter because you're not going to win it."
No, I think Kirk
stats don't matter.
He's on one of my teams.
Oh, here's the deal.
Yeah,
here's the deal.
I do.
Stats don't matter if you don't win. They don't matter.
Wyatt,
Oh my God!
You lost.
Wyatt, riddle me this: in his
Falcons
first
are 2-0.
game as a starter, he is statistically like a top 3 quarterback in the league and 1-1, and he didn't even have his top 2 weapons last game. And
statistically, he didn't have the clutch gene.
He was also
threw 4
down
incomplete passes.
Wyatt, he was down his 2 best offensive
4
linemen.
incomplete passes in a row.
He was down his 2 best offensive linemen, his 2 best weapons on offense, and he almost fucking won. What did Jay Jettis do this weekend? Go to freaking gay 90s after Sig Kai?
I had a buddy go to gay 90s and get his ID taken.
Yeah, you would.
What's gay 90s?
He was desperate, so he got bounced from Jack's, then he went to gay 90s. He was like, dude, I need to get into the bar. Shout out Sean Farrell.
Is that a gay bar?
It's a really gay bar. Like, really gay.
Jay Jettis is a regular.
90s, so
I don't know if that was like the actual name or like what you call it.
Jay Jettis is a regular at the Chi. At the Sigma. Sigma Land. What else we got to talk about?
Back to the Packer game, though. That is not on Jordan Love. I don't know how you're seeing that, but
the Packers offense only put up 11 yards in the fourth quarter.
What really
fucked up
honestly, the most important quarter of the game, he put up only 11 yards as the leader of that offense.
It was the fact that Ritter threw like 3 or 4 different picks that the Packers didn't actually fucking catch.
That too.
Doesn't matter. Ritter got the job done. Jordan Love didn't.
He wouldn't have if the Packers.
Ritter's 2-0, and Jordan Love's 1-1.
So are you taking Desmond Ritter over Jordan Love right now, Wyatt?
He's 2-0.
And Kirk Cousins is 0-2.
I let Dubs do the talking.
Yeah, Minnesota's sure got a lot.
That's all right. We got 0 of them, but it don't matter. We're still gonna make playoffs. Probably win a Super Bowl. Hoist the Lombardi Trophy. Take your stupid fucking Lombardi Trophy and throw it in our trophy case.
Dude, you can't even win a trophy named after our coach.
We're gonna win a trophy named after your coach this year.
Minnesota is a hot take.
And Jettis is gonna send the fattest contract extension. Then we're gonna trade up for Caleb Williams, get him, and then we're gonna win back to back to back. No, he's not. Not if we win a bowl. Yeah, the Browns got the ball back. What are you sweating here? Tell the viewers what you're sweating on this Monday night football slate.
I'm sweating a Saints-Browns parlay. Courtesy
both money lines.
Pick given to me by the Brady Fixmer.
Yeah, Brady Fixmer is a new host on the No Business Talking Hockey podcast, our brother podcast. Make sure to check that out because we're dropping episode 10 here soon. We're recording tomorrow night.
New season, season tomorrow.
We got, big season. Bedard already lost to the Wild. Yeah, Joe's on it. Benny Hance is on it. Shout out the No Biz Talking Hockey boys. But this is a football podcast, so let's stick to football. Let's quit the chitter chatter and let's get into it. Trevor Lawrence might be the worst quarterback in the NFL right now.
That's bold, Wyatt.
I mean, he can't find the end zone. How many times did he have a chance to find the end zone?
You're gonna
and he failed miserably.
I don't know.
I mean, who's worse?
Zach Wilson. I think a lot of people are worse than Trevor Lawrence, Wyatt.
Right now, after 2 games, he has put up probably the worst performance I've ever seen in the NFL.
So, Hammer, answer this. Would you say Jordan Love is better than Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes and Trevor Lawrence?
No. He's better than Trevor Lawrence, but he's not better than Patty. Not better than Joe Burrow. Sorry. You're lagging, and there's probably a reason for that because this is a stupid take out of you.
All right.
Just a miserable take.
My bad.
I take Sam
argue-
Howell over T.Y. right now.
I would
T.Y.'s got to
argue
figure it the fuck out.
you wouldn't say Joe Burrow's been worse than Trevor Lawrence.
Joe Burrow has probably been worse, but he's got more tutties thrown, so I don't know.
How
Maybe
many
that's better.
units did you lose on the Jags on Sunday?
Nothing, I didn't bet him. It's
Oh.
just in our fat 8-legger. That missed, by the way, so merch is not happening this week. We're going to be back at it, though. We're back in the lab Thursday night at halftime again. Who plays the Thursday night game? Anybody know?
I don't know.
Wyatt, for our merch, if we get like a T-shirt, can like the back of the T-shirt have like the names of all the brothers and say "Guy"?
Yeah, I'll make sure to throw Jay Jettas at the top.
That
It's Giants
Justin
49ers
Gritty
on
Jefferson.
Thursday.
Well, that's a blowout. Dude, what a comeback from the Giants. Good segue.
against the worst
God,
team
that
in the
was
league.
sick. Doesn't matter. That was still, well, they might also be one of the worst teams in the league, but that was sick. I tilled the book it with Trent parlay, the 6-legger, and it was a sweat, dude. But
Who'd
the
you rather
Patriots
have?
lost.
Who'd you rather have under center, Trevor Lawrence or Daniel Jones?
T.Y.
So he's not the worst quarterback in the league.
Through 2 games, he looked fucking horrendous, so he might be the worst performing quarterback right now. I mean, did you not watch that game? He looked miserable.
I mean, I didn't
He
watch
couldn't
the
hit a
whole
receiver
thing.
to
I had
save
Red
his
Zone
life.
on, but I wasn't watching the whole thing.
T.Y. couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. Well, that's the hard truth. Rip T.Y. It's all right. The rest of the team looks good. But, did you guys watch that Patriots game last night, dude?
A little bit.
I was sweating Patriots money line. Gesicki catches it. He's reaching for it. He can't get it. Throws the lateral to the old lineman. Probably this short. Like, about as short as Liam's penis off the first down line. And that's how short he was. And that was so depressing because I was sweating their money line. Mac Jones would have found the end zone. Probably would have been a Hunter Henry touchdown. Patriots win in overtime.
Just a little disclaimer for the viewers. They call Wyatt the Hammer for a reason.
Fucking rights they do. It's not only because I hammer bets and pay my rent off with 1 week of gambling. It's because I got a little something else. Something else. I don't know if that's going to make the final cut. I think that should
I
make
would
the
say
final
it-
cut.
I was
That's
I
saying
think this
that.
all makes the final cut.
I was saying that should be a clip on the reels.
That'll help with viewership, Hammer.
Ooh, that should be a clip on the reels. I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll think. Oh, you'll be seeing a clip of this before the podcast is out, listeners. The 4 of you. By the way, we're gonna take this thing to the moon. But Liam, you got a 2nd and 7 here. 2 minutes. Your play already happened. What happened in the play? The Browns have a chance.
Deshaun threw it away.
Oh, he had a lot of pressure on him too. It's 3rd
I'm
and
looking
7.
at a meaty little parlay right now, Wyatt.
I'm looking at a live under here, and it's looking like it's gonna cash. I got 8 points to hit this thing. That would pay off rent and utilities for the month of November. I'm sweating out the rent right now. And this is awesome.
I'm saying Cleveland money line, Steelers minus 3.5. Book it.
What the fuck are you smoking, dude? Oh, Deshaun. Oh, he got away from a sack there. Oh, now he's sacked. Oh, they're fucked. You got a fourth and what, 10-ish? What other good games were there this week? I'm trying to think here. Dude, I made a shit ton off that Seahawks game too. So I had the Falcons money line and the Seahawks parlayed. Both money lines. They were both sweats of a lifetime. I had 100 to win 400. That was awesome. Seahawks won it in OT. Tyler Lockett. He had a huge day in fantasy.
It was a tough week for the NFC North.
Yeah, 0-4. Ouch. There's a high chance that the Lions win the North. I mean, at least they looked somewhat decent in that football game.
What'd you think of Justin Fields' performance on Sunday?
Shit.
Guy is so fucking bad at football. He's also got a shitty team around him, but he's awful.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about getting into a little fantasy football talk here?
Do it.
All right, so big news tonight. Sad news, because Nick Chubb's a beauty, but He just had his knee folded in like a fucking lawn chair. Minka Fitzpatrick dropped the shoulder right into his knee, and it snapped back like 90 degrees. Like it's supposed to look like this running upfield. It looked like this running
No,
upfield.
it was sideways, not forward.
Well, it was really fucked up, whatever.
Forward was the Georgia one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So Nick Chubb's probably out for the season, which sucks.
Is he on your team?
He is on the one in Southard's league, which is brutal. But best fantasy pickup available. Yeah, I suck at it, bro. I haven't made playoffs, I don't think, ever.
I know. I fucking hate that. Like, I feel like I do shitty in that league for no reason.
I like draft sick teams, and they just suck ass.
Exactly.
But I've got Alvin Kamara coming off suspension to pair up with Jahmyr Gibbs. And I'm thinking the best fantasy football pickup this week is going to be Kareem Hunt. The second best is this Jerome Ford. Kareem Hunt might sign with the Browns again because they're going to need a running back. But if they go with Jerome Ford, this kid's proven he can fucking run the football. He's damn good. Ouch, Liam. Browns just lost.
Yeah, I know.
Browns just lost. Yeah. It's tough. Hit the live under, though.
Yeah.
Just going to leave the pod right now. Just going to cash out, call it a night.
I was just giving a quick fart.
That's getting clipped, 100%. The headliner for episode 5 is Liam Sather ripping ass. That'd be a nice headliner.
It would be.
I don't know. Campbell, who do you think the best pickups are this week in fantasy, and what were your top performing players that you didn't expect?
On my team in our league? Or just in general?
In general, yeah. So we're just
I'd say top performers I didn't expect. I'd give Puka Nacua in there just because he was kind of on injury report, and he got 20 targets. 2 straight weeks of basically filling Cooper Kupp shoes. And then, I mean, if you stay in that Rams offense, Kyron Williams had a really big name too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't shout out Tutu Atwell. Hold on, Gerbil's calling me.
He's been doing well too. He's got both games has been like just a few targets short.
Gerbil. What's up, buddy? We're in the studio right now. We're about 10 minutes in. You can just hop in if you want. All right, bat up. Perfect. All right, see you, Gerbil. All right, Gerbil's hopping on. Yeah, so Tutu Atwell, Puka Nacua, Kevin Williams.
Overall, there were a lot of just big performances this week.
Yeah, there were some big ones.
Mike Evans had a very good week.
Huge game, yeah.
Swift came in and looked really good last Thursday.
Yeah.
I heard some rumors going
feeding him the rock about Jalen Hurts.
No.
Another
one. The running back for that team.
On the Texans.
Yeah, he had a big week too. What's the deal with Dameon Pierce?
Sucks.
Yeah, he's kind of a fucking moron.
He's just kind of like a placeholder. He's not going to be like great. He'll just be like decent, like a lower end Najee Harris.
Yeah, there's nothing really special about him. Najee didn't do shit this game, by the way.
Yeah.
So all you fantasy pickers taking Najee thinking you're sharp. You're fucking dumb as they come. Yep. Who was the kid for I forget what game this was. The little guy for I got a running back on one of these teams.
Oh, you're probably thinking of Deuce Vaughn.
No, the other guy for the Cowboys.
Not Deuce Vaughn?
Not Deuce Vaughn. No, their other running back. He's Grease Lightning. Powell?
I don't know who the hell you're talking about.
Does that ring a bell? Powell?
You're probably thinking of Deuce Vaughn.
No, there's another guy.
Is he small as shit?
Yeah, he's small. I think he takes the punts for him, too. No, he takes the punts for him.
Is he a running back,
Rico Dowdle?
Rico Dowdle. Yeah. Rico Dowdle
he only had
pretty big
26 yards and 7 carries and 0 touchdowns.
That's some big numbers. Good shout out to Rico.
Shout out Rico. Pick him up. Kid's got potential. Tony Pollard, another huge game. And Rashad White. Love to see Rashad White putting up those numbers.
James Conner, too.
Yeah, he had another big game.
James Cook.
You brought up the Niners, bro. The Niners-Rams game. What kind of fuckery was going on there with Vegas having their mitts all up in the game? All right, let me break this down for you.
That's wild.
So the spread's all over. Like, the typical spread was at -7 or -7.5 for the Niners, and they were covering it. They were up 10 with like 10 seconds to play. It's a 2nd and 10. The Rams go up there. What's it on, like the 40-yard line? The Rams go up there and spike the ball, and they kick a field goal. Like, what?
Maybe
Who
they
kicks
just
a
wanted
field
to
goal?
cover.
They
don't
didn't
know,
want to
but-
cover. Maybe the coach had money on it. Maybe we should investigate the coach, but that was some bullshit.
Sean McVay's up to something.
Sean McVay's got his mitts in with Vegas. He's getting paid off. But I don't know. That was just so sketchy because, I mean, you have no chance at winning the game. Go for the end zone. Who kicks a field goal? That was pretty bullshit. I don't know. What were your thoughts on that one, Liam?
For you, Wyatt. I don't know, man.
I'm still up a shit ton, so.
Vegas is definitely influencing some of these games. I'll say that, but
They have their hands in this Browns game for sure.
I mean, maybe they're just trying not to. It's not like they were getting the shit kicked out of them and they wanted some pride or something.
No.
They just, I mean, the game was over.
It might have been the longest football game in history. That
The
first
one
half
tonight
took
was-
so long.
The Monday night game?
Yeah, the Browns game.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that was a long game.
Stupid long. There were 4 turnovers in the first half. And, like, what kind of fuckery happened there? Because didn't the Browns fumble the ball?
No, there were 4 in the first quarter, Wyatt.
No, because one of them was in the second quarter. It wasn't the first quarter.
Yeah, it was
Because they
4
had
in
to,
the first
rewind
quarter.
the clock, bro.
Yeah.
So Deshaun Watson had the first down. The ball got punched out. And because it was, recovered behind the goal line, the Steelers got it. And their next play, also in the first quarter. So it was the end of the second quarter, but they put 22 seconds on the clock. They ran a play. They fumbled it. And then the Browns, fumbled it 3 more times out of bounds. And the Browns got the ball, and that was in the first quarter. That was all within, 22 seconds.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun to watch. Pissed me off.
It was a fun first quarter, but
it
was just
a
kinda
fun
wild.
first quarter. It was so long, though, dude. So long for no reason.
yeah, that was like
That was stupid.
like that Colorado game on Saturday was freaking long.
Yeah.
The thing went to 1:30.
Yeah, that was bad. There were some dirty plays in that game, too.
Travis Hunter.
First off, the Travis Hunter hit, and then second off, one of the Sanders kids going for the double eye poke, trying to take out somebody's eyes.
right through the mask.
Yeah. What? Yeah. That's fucking scumbag move. That's something I'd pull off.
I was just gonna say, Wyatt, that's
my first shift of the game in the third period. That's something I'd pull. I don't know. Fun game, though. I had CSU plus 23. Sharpest bet of all time. In-state game. You can't be taking minus 23 in an in-state game.
Wyatt, did you see Dion ranks his kids?
Yeah, he did.
Dude.
No, he actually
Shiloh,
does.
Shiloh, the guy with the pick 6 was 5th, but he said he's moving him up after. He's moving him up now.
Brian.
This is a No Biz Talking Football intermission. All right, boys, we took a little break there. Waiting for Gerbo to get in here. The Viper is back. He was at work. Viper, how was your shift?
Oh, man, do I got a story for you guys.
Oh, we're all ears.
Well, I'm working the register. I'm at Target for everyone that's listening. Target is it's a small corporation that's ran out of the Twin Cities here. It's the one that's red. That's why I got my red shirt on. Regardless, so I was working the register. I got my bum foot, so I can't do a whole lot. And I'm sitting there listening to this guy, kind of go through his order. The register next to me, and he sounded a little bit off. I didn't think much of it. There's a lot of off people around the Twin Cities. Regardless, the guy gives him his change back, says, "Have a great day." And this guy stops dead, and I'm dead ass right now. He goes, You're not about to say thank you for your service? I got my Marine Corps hat on, son." And he made this kind of gesture towards the guy, and the guy was about to say, "Well, sorry, I was just kind of doing your stuff. I didn't even notice. I apologize." He didn't even get the words out of his mouth before this guy went on a 5-minute soliloquy of how, man, Biden's the oldest president. He's the oldest president that's ever been in the office, and all these drunk ass fucking people in Washington, and he went off for 5 minutes, screaming at my coworker. Finally, we have these like security people to just like keep track of stuff, keep track of product in store. And she kind of goes over, she goes over to him and she says, "Sir, you have to leave. You're making a scene." Like guests, I was checking out another guest and they were like visibly shaken, uncomfortable in the store. And so she's like, "Sir, you got to leave." And he's like, "Fuck, I'm getting out this fucking store." And he like storms off. And I just burst out laughing. Yeah, it was such a bad look on my part. I kind of made a scene after because I could not stop laughing. And I kept replaying it in my head. The way this dude like looked at my coworker and said, "Fuck, I'm getting out of this fucking store," was so funny. And this dude, he bought like 3 bananas. And he made this huge like uproar in the store. But regardless, I think, sorry I'm late to the podcast, boys, but for valid reasons, chasing the bag so I can hopefully put more money down on these games to make them a little more interesting to watch because they've just been kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, they have been underwhelming. How'd your prize picks do?
0 for 3.
Ouch.
Bad week.
So you went 1 for 4?
It's the kind of week I needed, though, because I was kind of on a run where, like, I thought I was invincible. Every bet I put down was fucking hitting. Yep. So
that's the gambler's trap. New gamblers always hit.
It is, dude. And then you're hooked, and then you start losing.
You got to stay sharp. You got to keep a sharp mind. Oh, what'd you think of the Packers game? We talked about that a little bit, but
did you guys? Yeah. Hopefully, I don't like repeat a whole lot. It just I think it's something that young teams like the Packers will do occasionally is they'll get 7, 10, 14-point lead and just take their foot off the gas, and that just looks like what exactly happened. Also, credit to what is him? Bijan Robinson?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah. That guy's the real deal.
He's a baller. That dude is a certified baller.
He is so shifty.
I think he'll be the number 1 pick in fantasy next year. Undisputed.
Depends on what kind of league. I think PPR, you still look at your Jeffersons and your Cups.
Well,
and your Tutu Atwells.
You'll also have to think about the system Justin Jefferson will be playing in next year. Like, it'll be different. New team and all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a funny joke. It's a really funny joke. He's putting up really good stat lines, and that's what you say? Unbelievable.
Yeah, he is.
It's not about the stats, bro.
He needs to get out of Minnesota, man. They're
wasting
his
Super Bowl?
prime.
It's gonna happen this year.
Oh my!
Sometimes the best runs come after getting upset back-to-back games. Going 0-2. Nobody expected the Vikes to go 0-2.
How the hell are you gonna call that second game an upset?
Yeah.
Because we're the Minnesota Vikings. That's how.
You were 7-point underdogs.
All right.
Underdogs. Just underdogs, bro.
And
we were 6 points.
Okay, 6-dog underdog is
6.5.
Okay, that is not a fucking upset.
I don't know, man. We should have won that football game, but that's besides the point. Jefferson will get his extension. He'll stay around.
I know we're an NFL podcast, and I know that's kind of what we've been rendered for, but I kind of want to talk about Colorado a little bit.
We did that too, a little bit.
Yeah, we touched on them briefly, but what's your take on that team, on their performance?
It's so confusing because you watch the media, you watch college football game day. What, did I say that right? College football game day? That's not what college game day?
Yeah.
College game day?
Yeah. Yep.
And
the Rock.
Dude, they were 27-point favorites or something like that. They were supposed to smoke the shit out of Colorado State.
23, yeah.
Everyone comes in like second half, like, man, this is like the game we were all anticipating. Like, what a great, like the media totally flipped. And then all of a sudden, Coach Prime's 3-0. He beat this team that he was supposed to beat by 24 in overtime. And all of a sudden, he sealed the deal. He's the best coach in the nation, and they're gonna waltz into the Final Four or playoff in fucking January.
Yeah.
And I just do not agree. I just do not agree with that
No.
at all.
They're
Feels a little bit
21
like
point
that year
underdog this week.
UCF.
I
Yeah,
think
Oregon might
they start
shit
playing
them.
these teams like Oregon. I think this week will be the true test. If they go in, it's in Eugene, right? They go in and beat the Ducks. Then I will hop on for sure, and I'll put a future down for them to win it. But I also think Colorado State played as perfect as they needed to, minus like 3 plays for them to like win that game, and like 8 stupid ass penalties. Dude, you see that one guy got death threats that put that hit off on Travis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His family,
His
too.
family did too, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucked.
To be honest, as like a guy like kind of sitting in the background, not totally involved, like that's kind of what you need, man. You need some fucking just dog in you, bro.
Some violence.
Dude, no one thought those dudes were gonna win. What is he gonna fucking lose taking Travis Hunter's life off, minus the fact of his life and his family's life? That's all he's gonna lose.
Not a lot to lose. Not a lot to lose there for that guy.
But I thought that coach had a really good game plan. That was like one of the better college football games I can like remember watching.
Yeah, and for
It was
how
a long
good,
game.
for how good
So
Colorado's
fucking long.
offense, yeah, for how good Colorado's offense was supposed to be, that defense played remarkably too. Shutting down their dogs like that, their so-called dogs.
Yeah, I think Shador just I don't know.
He picked it up at the end.
He did. That drive that he had at the end, I mean, that sealed the fact that he's like an FCS quarterback for sure, or FBS quarterback for sure. But like, to think of where he was a year ago compared to what he's doing now, I think what he's doing is insane too.
He elevated his game quite a bit. I don't know, it feels a little bit like the UCF season though, like when UCF went undefeated and they thought they should have a chance in the playoffs, and they played like a bowl game and just got shit kicked by like LSU or something.
Mm-hmm.
Feels a little bit like that. But like you said, if they beat Oregon, they're legit. But I think they'll get smoked right out of Oregon. I don't know. They didn't look good enough to beat Oregon.
I mean, being inside, St. Thomas, we won our conference last year. We were top 25 in the FCS. We just went out and played Harvard. They're still FCS, but that's the Ivy League is like one of those leagues that kind of goes around and plays these FBS schools every once in a while.
Yeah.
They got shit kicked by, I think it was 35-0 when I first logged in to look. And that was in like the second quarter. But it's just a whole different level of ball game going from, and how many of those guys came from Jackson State and FCS going to Colorado? It's just a whole different level of ball game than people that are getting recruited to go to Eugene to play for the Ducks. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be really interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game.
It'll be a good game.
Yeah, and he's definitely doing his PR stuff to get clicks, to get views, and for people to buy in. Something that's
smart.
Aside from football. Sorry, I feel like I'm kind of just talking a lot, but
no, take it over.
If you guys weren't paying attention either, the night before The Rock showed up on College Game Day, he made his return back to where his roots began, in the ring on WWE Friday Night SmackDown. And that was one of the more electrifying things I've watched on television in a long time. Hearing The Rock come out and say, "I'm gonna beat your candy ass, boy." I felt like I was like right back when I was a kid in like the '90s watching that stuff on Monday and Thursday nights, bro.
Right back as a kid in the '90s.
Yeah, that shit gave me goosebumps. So nostalgic, but.
Well, did you see Dion too with his sunglasses? He made was it like 75 million sales or something?
What?
He started a sunglasses brand.
I think it was 1.2 million in the 12 hours that they had the sale going, which is insane. It's up to 4.5.
Looks like we're dropping No Biz talking football sunglasses. Fuck it. Some Pit Vipers.
Those would be sweet.
Blenders, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
I used to rock a pair of those.
It is the Samsung to Oakley's. Let's get into some NFL.
I am so confused right now. Yeah, one. Oh yeah.
They're just not very good glasses.
True. One more college football thing before we get into NFL. There's like no real powerhouse team this year. Alabama sucks. Georgia barely won their game against a nobody school. Penn State looks all right. Not good enough to win it all. Michigan's the best team right now.
Dude, you can't say Georgia played in nobody's school. They played South Carolina.
Okay, true. Spencer Rattler, but they also got beat by North Carolina. They got beat by North Carolina.
What they end up winning by, though?
10.
Yeah.
That's an SEC team, Wyatt.
They should have blown them out, though. Being Georgia.
You could argue that every team in the SEC, minus maybe a couple sprinkled in Big 10 and Big 12 teams, like every team in the SEC could be top 20 in the nation. Like you could have every team in the SEC, besides some like shitholes, be in the top. Because the SEC is just so much better than what the fuck did I watch? I watched Mississippi State and LSU, dude. Those guys are animals. And they're like mid-tier SEC teams.
Yeah, maybe that was a brutal take. I'm kind of on a tear of brutal takes so far this podcast.
I get what you're saying, though. They were favored by like 30 points.
Yeah.
And it was in South Carolina.
I still think Michigan's the team to beat this year. So Ohio State doesn't look great.
It's still...
Notre Dame doesn't look awesome. It is too early to tell, but Michigan is the most...
Why do you think it's so spread out?
I don't know. I think quarterbacks are the issue. I think teams are struggling to find good quarterbacks. But look at this is
going to be the best quarterback draft class. Yeah.
Caleb Williams is the number one by far, but after that, it's like you have Jalen Milroe for Alabama, got benched. Drake May is nothing special. Bo Nix he's pretty good, but I don't think there's anybody as dominant as Caleb Williams right now.
Well, no, yeah.
But look at who's the LSU quarterback? Jaden Daniels.
Yep.
So Jordan Travis blew him out of the water in that second half of the FSU LSU game. But then Jordan Travis goes and barely beats Boston College. And Boston College is a good football team this year, but it's like no quarterback has consistently been able to show up and dominate. Sam Hartman.
Yeah.
Correct, but when you're playing these schools,
real conference play and stuff.
But when you're playing these schools where you're favored by like 30 points each game, like, and you cover 10, I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of setting up for one team's going to win it all, and it might be USC this year. Caleb Williams looks too good to be stopped. USC looks damn good.
They do look good. You know who I was proud of and happy for? Was the old Wisconsin boy, Graham Mertz. And it almost, you know what that did remind me of back in 2007? Watching the number 15 on the Florida Gators fly around and make some plays, bro.
Tim
Tebow.
Shout out Timmy T. And for them to upset, who'd they play?
Tennessee.
Yeah.
They upset Tennessee, which is a big upset.
At home, nonetheless, which I have a cousin that goes to Florida. Shout out Gabe. I might go down to a game if we want some live coverage.
Boots in the ground. We'd take boots in the ground.
Hop on college game day.
FSU, Florida, maybe. Maybe I'll go to that one.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, he just went out and competed and had that fire. We were talking a couple weeks ago about how
Baker.
Yeah, Baker compared to Kirk Cousins, how Kirk Cousins is just so like, and I feel like Graham Mertz at Wisconsin had that Paul Chryst, just gaze, just didn't, and he was finally fired up down in Florida because you probably see some shit down there, bro. Florida's it's a whack state down there, but
they're fucked up.
Yeah, I thought he played really well.
I don't know. Are there really any other big upsets? Should we jump into NFL a little bit here? Finish off with closing thoughts.
Yeah, let's hit some NFL.
We gotta get our jersey of the week too. Now that Grant's here.
Oh yeah, I want to start that off.
I think that could be a clean sweep.
Dude, Cleveland Browns tonight had some awesome Jays, all white. But I will. I will. I've got a couple honorable mentions. I thought the New England Patriots Sunday Night Football jerseys were awesome. The red and white, just a classic. And then I'll throw the Jacksonville Jaguars in there. I loved their all-teal uniform. That was very eye-catching. Those are my 3 jerseys, but the Browns are taking it home for me. The all-whites tonight were fucking awesome.
Do they still have their orange helmets?
No, they went white helmets.
They went white, yeah.
Ooh.
It was a sexy, sexy uniform.
Yeah. I'm going with the Browns, too. I didn't get to watch much of the Pats game, so I didn't get to take in the beauty of the full uniform, but
it was beautiful.
I really like
that was going to be my pick.
Did you guys talk about Nick Chubb at all?
Yeah, we touched on that. That was disgusting.
Was it? I didn't see it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like leg folded like a lawn chair. I did a little diagram. Like, you're supposed to be like running down the field like this. Like, that's how your knee's supposed to look. But it ended up being like this going down the field. That was my diagram on the play. It was gross.
Wait, so did he have a couple steps with it like that? Or
no,
he just got
derailed him in the knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that. That's why I asked.
It was bad. They didn't even show the replay on live television. That's how fucking bad it was.
That's tough for the Browns.
Have you guys ever seen what Alex Smith's leg looks like today?
That's disgusting.
It is just fucked up.
He's got like stitching marks all over it.
He was just in a commercial. It might be like Salon Paws or Icy Hot or one of those things. Maybe Copper Fit even. But they showed it.
Damn.
And I know, dude. It looks like Soul Survivor, but it's still attached.
You probably can't see it.
It
kind of looks like a dick. I don't know.
Dude.
From the way I had it up, but alright.
Oh, we see it. I was watching The Punisher last night on Amazon Prime. Like an old school show. It's like Frank Castle, an old FBI agent. His family got killed, whatever. And he turns into like this Batman vigilante. And they showed this guy's face, and that picture of Alex fucking Smith's leg just made me think of it. He had like stitching marks all over it. It was like put together with different pieces of skin. It was disgusting. I don't know what I'm talking about it, but that's what it reminded me of. Yeah.
Deadpool's body is like, his whole body's like that, I think, right?
Yeah, I just
Great
messed
movie
up.
Franchise.
Dude, every time I see
Celebrity of the Week's got to be Ryan Reynolds.
Big Dick Celebrity of the Week. All right, that's a new segment, Big Dick Celebrity of the Week. How are you not going with Dwayne The Rock as the Big Dick Celebrity?
Yeah, you're right. He is.
Yeah, he's the big dicker. Every time I think of leg injuries, dude, I think of Joe Theismann.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nasty.
That was the worst one.
Well, you know what the worst one is? And I think we were all like, we might have all been like watching it at the same time and like the back. Yes, Kevin Ware. No. Oh, bro. That's the worst one I've seen by far. And that one, you could see it pierce the skin. And he's playing in Europe, I think. We're getting so off track. I'm so sorry.
We are so off track.
Sorry, I haven't interacted and talked with like real humans since I got to talk to my roommates
except for the guy at Target.
But like talking to like robots in Target is so refreshing. Talking to real people.
We are so off track. I love
it. Should we recap who we had for Players of the Week? Did you guys talk about that a little bit?
Oh no, we didn't. Fuck, did I go with Joe Burrow?
I think you did, and I went with Jamar Chase, so we can kind of throw those out the window.
So, yeah, those are out the window. They got beat by the Ravens. Bengals are 0-2. Vikes are 0-2 in the chart. Can we talk about the Chargers, bro?
How about that Broncos game?
Yeah, I just saw the highlights of it.
Dude.
That
what a fucking dumb-ass play.
The hot potato Hail Mary to tie it up. They tipped it into the end zone. And they're like, yeah. Well, then they missed the 2-point conversion and the Commanders get the win.
What was PI?
That was a fun one.
Did they run the ball?
No, they threw
it.
it.
I didn't see it.
They did try to throw it.
They threw it.
I kind of forget that Sean Payton's coaching them.
They look good this year.
He talked a lot of shit before about...
Dude, that play makes me cringe so hard because 3 of those guys tried to catch the ball and be like ultimate heroes to win the game. You're an ultimate hero if you smack that shit into the ground.
Yeah.
All of the guys were like reaching up to grab it. All you gotta do is just... Even
it's game
in,
over.
Even in, I think it was the Colorado State game. No, it was actually Jair's dropped pick.
Oh, jeez. That was bad.
Horseshit. Don't get me wrong. And that's probably the one case on 4th down where you would intercept the ball because he was moving forward and he probably could have had a pick 6.
Yeah,
but when all these dumbass NFL guys like pick the ball off on a deep pass on like 4th down, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You just lost 20 yards because they get the ball where they intercepted it. If you knock it down, you get the ball where the line of scrimmage was. Yeah. And I don't understand how that doesn't like register in their heads.
They're big dogs.
I don't get that.
TSN turning point, though. That was a TSN turning point.
It was, man.
Coy dropped that pick 6 too, and he like flopped in midair. But he had 17 tackles though, so.
Dude, he looks good.
17 tackles.
Yeah, give the boy some love.
Jesus, bro, that's nuts. We got to talk about the Chargers, bro, before we wrap this up. Because they are 0-2, but they've scored, 60-plus points, and they have no turnovers?
That Vikings-Chargers game is going to be a fucking shootout.
I might go to that.
Is it at the bank?
You should,
at the bank. It is. I might go to church on Sunday morning, see what ticket prices are, and scalp my way in there.
You might have to send an invite to your boy, because I'd be down to come. I just had a huge week on the book.
Did you?
Yeah.
How close were we on our 8 legs?
Very far off. 4 for 8, and probably like 3 for 8.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was brutal. We'll be back.
Maybe we should drop it down to 6.
No, we did not take. We took the over in one of them, I think. Maybe. We took a bunch of unders. We took a bunch of unders.
We missed the under of the Chiefs-Jags game by like 30-some points.
And we missed the under on the Bills-Raiders game, bro. We missed that under by a milestone, too.
Yeah. That I want to apologize to not only you guys, but the viewers. That was... And the listeners, I guess we don't have a whole lot of viewers. We're not on YouTube yet. Wyatt's got to get his ass in gear.
Wow.
I just thought it was going to be a repeat. I doubted fucking Jason Allen.
Josh Allen.
Jason Aldean, right? That's our quarterback.
Try that in a small town.
Yeah.
Try it in a small town.
And it just went the opposite way of what I thought it was going to go. So
that's all right, because I think we all missed a pick. I don't think any of us hit 2 picks in a row.
Yeah, I had the Broncos and I had the Commanders.
You had Commanders +3.
Commanders and the Jags, and didn't work out.
Yeah, and they both missed brutally. So that's all right. We'll be back next week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to episode 5. If you made it this far, you're a fucking beauty. If you didn't, go fuck yourself. Like I said, we're taking this thing to the moon. I think I say it every podcast, kind of like the Vikes are winning the Super Bowl this year. But outside of that, thanks again for listening. Episode 6, we're going to be recording Thursday night during that football game, hopefully at halftime. That'll do it. Take care.